In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Calls in, ready to get us started. And we're off and running from Houston. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, it's shown some first on this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30.
Let's go, Texas. Yeah.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's go.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
All right.
Slot man in motion right.
Hey.
And the struggles from the last play carry into this one. This also just gets back to the line.
This wide receiver run game, what it really does, Kate, is it tests the soundness of your defense. How assignment sound are you? Well, that was an excellent example of this defense doing its work on the practice field and, more importantly, put into execution on the game field.
Ow, that's right. Eleven. Tonight.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. And he allows men too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off the defense at any time.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26.
Here's the give to Irving. And they have that one contained right at the line. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Dak now from the gun. He finds Johnson. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Christian Harris on the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball.
Yeah!
They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to give him the ball.
He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see the roll of the dice and continue the series.
On the give, this is Irving. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line, thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go with second down.
Yeah! There we go! Right take! Wait, take!
Right back to Irving now. Past midfield to the 45. And he works this down to the 41. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield. He can show on his wheels.
His effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Yeah!
From the 39. Finds a man right side. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
We saw those guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if you weren't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. The group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done. He's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
There we go.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Complete out to the right. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When we see zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give the quarterback a chance.
Yeah! Here we go!
Irving on the inside give. And he can't find the lane before being wrapped up the line. Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Yeah! There we go!
Once again, Irving. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Anders Carlson on now for the field goal try. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that one is going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. He blockers went almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that and you kick off returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
On play action, here's Stroud. They gain 14 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Come on!
Give to Williams from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Offense to the line for second down.
Buggy. Tonight.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. This one falls incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Rob it. Hey.
From the gun, Stroud. Taking a deep shot here. This is inside the 15. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans pull ahead 6-3 in the first. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Dicker tacks on the extra points. And the Texans take a 4-point lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Right, check. What do you think?
Now it's Irving. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
Prescott here from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Wait, what do you think?
Running right, it's Irving. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Christian Harris on the stop. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. And about 2nd and 7 to start.
What do you think?
From the 48. Gets this to Johnson. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier
Here we
when
go.
you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
What do you think?
Irving here from the gun. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Christian Harris on the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Yeah! Here we go! Right check! What do you think?
One carry by Irving. He's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Receiver in motion, going left.
What do you think?
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Jump off coverage back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
There we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Yeah, here we go! Right check! What do you think?
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He completes it in traffic. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go! Right check! What do you think?
It's the handoff. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Yeah, here we go! Right check! What do you think?
From the gun is Prescott. And it's a triple touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Anders Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 3. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Let's take this at the 10. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Out, that's right! Right!
To the air, Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here we go.
On second down, a run with Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
All right. Oh, ball. Buggy. Tonight.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Completes beyond the marker. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Under.
Stroud throwing here on first. Complete to Gale. And he's tackled out to get this to the opposing 46. Given 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Stroud off the play fake. Gets it to the 15. He's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a second quarter lead. Take down the touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was going to be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Well, maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know. But what?
The kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Texans take a 4-point lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Right there! What do you think?
And he's hit light to Irving. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Lights up. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
There we go.
Now here's Prescott. His perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Oh, he lost it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Oh, baby, that was sweet. They popped him before he could even get started on that return.
Imagine running down the field, navigating all those guys that want to block you. You get free, and I'm sure part of these guys on this punt coverage team, Kate, are wondering, who's going to wave his hand? Is it going to be a fair catch? Was it all for that? No, it was not. And they get a chance to lay the wood, and they deliver.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take!
They motion a receiver left. Now Dak to throw. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little game on top of it.
We get the 2-minute warning now with NRG. The Buccaneers in a spot to potentially go for it here. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take! Then we're going to 53. 26!
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground, and power it across.
Here we go.
But there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
He'll throw it from his own end zone. That one's incomplete over the middle. Try getting it to Nico Collins. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Oh, right.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down.
Hey, south. Hey.
From his own end zone on third and long. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yards there with a new set of downs to boot.
19 Texans. 2J. Hey.
First down, Stroud. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here we go, let's go. Why Tony? Hey.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
All right.
Throwing from the gun. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. Ryan Stonehouse back out there again to punt it away. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half.
Hey, kill. Wait,
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
yeah! There we go! Wait a sec!
Going with Irving here. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now.
Yeah! Here we go! I take...
Play action, Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. But at that defense, they're flying around and making the play.
Hey, kill! 27! 28!
Dak now from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Christian Harris on the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take!
Back-to-back carries here. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force,
here we go!
and the defense wins out.
What do you think?
Prescott now on 3rd down. Goes left away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And they'll get to this one right around, no, actually exactly at the 15-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ow, what's that?
Here's Brown now. That's taken in by Tucker. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Oh, right.
Going left side, Williams with it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And look at here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On play action, here's Stroud. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted. so second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Ow, for tonight. Look the hot, look the hot. Tonight.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And forget the interception, he makes this a pick-six touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 3. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-six as it's sent away. His return starts at the 5. He's got a lead up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, first and 10.
Hey, south, south, south. Hey.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Here we go. Hey, uno. Tonight.
From the gun, Stroud. And the Buccaneers scoop it up. And he will take it back. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers grow their lead off the turnover. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on the scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return score. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
All right. Tonight.
Pressure comes. Stroud. Finding Collins. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
good pickup. They've got 2nd and 4.
Oh, ready.
Down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
19 Texans.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Stroud. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play, keeping everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
On the quick, right?
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, uno. Tonight.
A little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. It's 3rd and 5 for him after the penalty.
Here we go.
Running back sent in motion. Stroud now on 3rd. On the left side. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Complete out to the right side. They rip off a big chunk of field and sets him up in 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a quick transition from bringing that football in to putting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Oh, okay. Hey!
Williams.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here we go, let's go.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal.
11. Today!
Looks to run with Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd
All right.
goal.
Today!
Shotgun now for Stroud. Has it in close. And for the Houston touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Texans cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on his return. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers.
Here we
First
go.
and 10.
Where you take? Where you take? Where you take?
Here's the kid, Irving. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Yeah! Everybody kill! Where you take?
Right back to Irving now. He's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Only about 7 yards on that run. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, here we go! I take! Where you take?
Best down here from the gun. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Buccaneers football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on for 1 final quarter. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. And he'll try to hit this one well. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Ow, that's right.
They bring Collins in motion right. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. He heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. Give to Williams from the gun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Here we go.
Second and 10 now. Looking to throw, Stroud. And it's picked off. Yeah, pretty clear he was out of bounds. So no interception, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Ow, what's that? What? Whoa. Hey!
Handoff goes to Williams, running right. He's able to drive them forward into the red zone. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Here we go. Buggy. Today.
3rd down from the gun. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first one. You just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Dicker tacks on the extra points. And the Texans take a 4-point lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Wait,
Irving here from the gun. And he maneuvers through
himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go. Right there. Here we go, 47. Kill. 26.
From the 34. Gets him on a quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Here we go. 26.
Come handout to Irving. And defenders continue to swarm over to get him at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Punter on now, and he gets into this one. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. They get 35 out of that one. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, Kid, you often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a quick punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45.
Hey, uno more.
Straight ahead with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Stay on the ground with Williams. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And for the Buccaneers, it's a nickel look. 3rd down coming.
Hey!
They'll motion him out of the backfield.
Hey!
He'll throw it. Connection made to down. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love everything about that play, Kid, so much for a quarterback. When you're throwing that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at, you throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. A handoff for Williams, running left. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only a yard that time, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
It's second and goal from the 1.
Here we go.
They try again with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. Third down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the third and short.
Here's Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
Third and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone.
Whoa.
He's back to throw. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on fourth and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Texans drive their lead to 11. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Right, take.
First down, here's Dak. Irving hauls it in. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion or at a premium in this league.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's first and 10. Dak now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver on top and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Yeah! Here we go! Right check! What do you think?
Death throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Here we go. What do you think?
Here he is to throw. He's got a man left. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6.
There we go. What do you think?
Throwing now. This will be caught by Adams. And he works this to the 38 before going down. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the 4th.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Here we go, let's go.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Today!
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
All right.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
Set!
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd.